Okay, so people want to know, what is the story of Zodiaccurate? Zodiaccurate was a result of me wanting to do something that would make some money for me and my family. I've got a 5-year-old, I've got a beautiful wife, and I'm not a young kid, so I need to have a long-term plan, right? And AI was very popular, and I'm like, okay, so how did it come about? Well, I've got a 5-year-old, but she was new when she was born, right? And I had no clue how to deal with a newborn kid, not to mention what the heck is her personality going to be like. But I knew enough that to know that astrology is exceptionally accurate at understanding people's personalities. As people get older, we change, but when they're young, the personality is, pretty predictable. My daughter's a Gemini, and I had no clue. I mean, I never had Gemini friends. I had no clue what Geminis were about. And so I said, all right. So I started doing some research, and I started and bought an audio book on Gemini. And I learned a lot about Geminis. It really immensely helped me teach my wife how to deal with their temper tantrums and all that. And so then I saw AI over here, and I saw Gemini over here, and I'm like, what's really missing? In my opinion, what's missing is personalization. So that's how Zodiaccurate was born. For those of you that are new, you just like, should I stay and listen to this guy? I'm going to be talking to you like this and being real and authentic about what works and what doesn't work with this stuff and why. In my experience, astrology is pretty good. It's not great. It's pretty good. It can help you a lot, but where does it fall short in my observation? Because I've used it, here and there for parts of my life. I don't use it to run my life. I use it to assist. And that's how you should use it too, in my opinion. But honestly, where it's missing, personalization. I mean, I've grown. I am not. If you looked at my personality when I was a 20-year-old, it would be spot on. But my personality today is much better. Why? Because I've grown. And that's what's missing in astrology. It doesn't align to where you're at today. And that's why Zodiaccurate was born. Because what I do is when people purchase the reports or the app that's under construction right now, it literally will know about you because that's what makes it unique. You'll fill out by your own accord questionnaires. All this stuff is private, it gets stuck in the back end of some AWS server and no one sees it. And you're saying stuff like, I've had difficulty with my boyfriend, or, life sucks at work. I'm working my ass off and I'm not getting ahead, right? And so the questions are about your career, if that's what the report's about, like wealth. Like I was working on the wealth report yesterday. Amazing. Whoever gets this wealth report is going to get a lot out of it because, I worked with it. I'm like, well, how can I make this wealth report good? Because astrology can see the right times to jump on something or not jump on something. It can give you ideas on when to start saving money and why. And so the questions that I was working on just yesterday on the wealth report were amazing. I'm like, wow, if we can combine that wisdom with astrology and then hand deliver it to you that's got your name on it, your current real life conditions on there. And then you're like, and then it says, consider doing this about this time. And yes, I understand you're having struggles. And this is why, because during these times, this is exactly the kind of experience you would have given your blockages. And this is how you can use this time frame to clear these blockages. And this is how you should consider doing it. In other words, it's personalized to you because you made it personalized to you. That's what makes Zodiaccurate so different, is it's personalized. It's not like some generic piece of information that has nothing to do with you because you grow, you change. You are not the same person you were just last week or last year. And that's why Zodiaccurate is so awesome. I can't wait until the app comes out, because when the app comes out, it literally will daily, it will say, okay, look into the history of what this person has shared with us. Oh yeah, they have this issue, and they want to change this, and they want to change that, and they want to make this better, and they want to improve that. Okay, and then we just told them this last week. Let's look at what I'm going to tell them today. I don't want to duplicate or repeat what I gave them last week, right? I want to give them new information that's supportive for where they're at now. And so when the app comes out, you can literally update it on a daily or weekly basis of what's happening with you. And that gets added to the back end where it knows a little bit more about you and it gives you not AI answers. No, it gives you answers based on your astrology, which are typically 80% accurate. It knows about what's going to happen today or what you should avoid today. And then I'm also developing it so it can work with parents and children. How cool is that? Could you imagine You know, you've got an 11-year-old that's driving you nuts, or a 5-year-old that's having a temper tantrum, and you don't know enough about them and your personality, which is Zodiaccurate based, right? So you can literally say, okay, my personality is like their personality is like this, and you've come at it a certain way, and nothing's worked for you. And now you go in, you put it into the system, and every day with my app, every day you'll get a notification. Hey, uh, today you might be a little out of sorts because Mars is trining with Jupiter or whatever, right? And your daughter is going to be a little out of sorts also because she's going through this and that. So today, be ultra gentle in your communications with her. And so you follow that and you go through a gentle communication with her when she's about ready to go off on a tirade. And all of a sudden you're like, damn, this shit works. That's what Zodiaccurate's about. Personalization in every moment. So if you're stuck around this long, 6 minutes worth of recording, then like, follow, share, okay? Because more is coming. I'm just at the very beginning. I look forward to telling you more. I look forward to doing some of the reports. I mean, I got what? I got relationship reports, okay? You might be with somebody for, 3 months, 6 months, 2 weeks, and you're not sure if they're the right one. Do I want to invest my time in them? Okay, that's what I can help you with. You give me your birth date, their birth date, and answer a few questions about what's going on with your thoughts about the relationship. Da 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 da. Now you get an absolutely personalized report just for you and that relationship you're in. That's just one of the reports that's available at my website. So go to the link in bio and try this stuff out. I'm telling you, it will help you. That's why I invented it. So let me know what your thoughts are. I'm curious.